I'm Linda Peterson from Edmore, Michigan, and I run the carrot patch. We started out raising rabbits and then gradually added the sheep and the goats and the llamas, and then every year they need to be sheared, so you have your roving, and then I've blended it all together. So there's plain sheep, there's blends, and plain goat, plain llama, just about anything that you want to have.
Awesome.
And then I started spinning a while after that, got a little bit of that done, and then I've used my product, my yarn, and I've made a few items. We're on M46, 3 miles north there, between Edmore and Six Lakes.
Hello, my name is Boots Nadu, and I'm from Desired Haven Farm, and we're located outside of Scottville, Michigan. And the closest town to that would be Ludington, that everybody would recognize. And we have sheep and rabbits, Angora rabbits, and what we have is a spinner's flock of sheep, which is a different breeds put together to make the wool soft and usable for almost any proud thing you wanted to do. And she's just started doing bats this year, which are these right here. And they're just on a drum carter.
These are Pygora goats. They're mixed between Angora and Pygmies.
Really?
Yep.
And how old are they?
This one's 2 years old and
3 months.
3 months.
That's mama, right? Mama
Yep.
and baby?
Yep.
Do they have names?
No.
No names?
We have too many to name them.
Yeah.
So are they like rare or are they real common?
Not real common, no.
So do you guys raise, are you raising several of them? How is...
We have about 50 of them.
Really? Cool. So do you like sell them then, or?
Not too many. We raise mainly Angoras, but the kids got a pygmy and we crossbred them. They're called a Pygora. So.
Do you travel around to different shows?
Just mainly Allegan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. How many years have you guys been doing this?
About 20.
Really?
Too many?
Too many? That's so. Other than the goats, what else have you raised?
We got the alpacas.
Yep.
That's it.
Alpacas and goats.
Yep.
That's cool though. That's enough, right?
That's
what do they
fine.
eat? I'm just curious. What do the goats eat?
Hay and grain, pasture.
Same as like the alpacas too?
Yes.
So they all pretty much eat the same things.
Yes.
Can you give them like treats, like the goats?
You can, yep.
What will they eat?
They'll eat crackers or bread or sometimes carrot.
Are they pretty friendly?
No.
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 Sometimes.
It depends. You get one once in a while.
Do they get attached to you though? Like, do they get to where they recognize you? And
No. They're pretty skittish animals.
so it's not like a dog.
No.
Nothing like a dog. Okay.
And they're grazers, right?
Yes. Yep.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dawn. We're located in Grayling, Michigan. Our name of our farm is Little Acres.
Cool.
So.
Well, what do you?
You have a little business, a little storefront as well?
No, right now we're just doing the show, so we mainly work out of the trailer. So we're in the process of getting a shop up and running, but we got honeybees that we're working with. So.
Oh, cool.
So how long have you been in business at Little Acres?
Oh, over 20 years. Long time.
And I see you have a wide variety of products. Are most of these things that you make?
Yeah, the hand creams my sister makes. It's all natural. The soaps are all natural. I make those. My mother does the candles.
Cool.
And it's 100% beeswax.
Really? That was my question is, how is it working with the honeybees? Tell me a little bit about what that's like. It seems scary.
No, it's not. They've got the hooded jackets and the stuff, so both my sister and brother does the bees.
Okay.
We harvest the honey in the fall, and we sell out by March.
Wow.
So, and then we take the wax and we put it in the soaps, the hand creams, the lip balm, the candles.
How many bees does it take to produce how much honey? How does that work?
I want to say we did 500 pounds of honey last year, and we had 20 hives.
Wow. And how many bees are typically in each hive?
Over 30,000.
Wow. Everyone, this is Suzanne, and her business is Hooked on Felt, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her business and then a little bit about camera shy Diane, who was next door.
Absolutely, I will. My name is Suzanne Higgs. I live in Plainwell, Michigan. I have been making felt for approximately 10 years, and what started out as a bit of a fascination has turned into an absolute passion. And my specialty is hats. I've been making felt hats for 10 years. I started out needle felting hats and then began learning the process of wet felting, and that's grown into a business unto itself. Eventually, I learned to make bags and started doing scarves and that kind of thing, more wearable art, and it has been just an absolutely fun adventure. Incredible adventure.
Fantastic. And if someone wanted to get in touch with you?
They could contact me through the internet at hookedonfelt.com or follow my blog, which is hookedonfelt.blogspot.com.
All right.
And but I could also tell you about Diane.
Tell us about Diane.
Diane.
We've already filmed some of her stuff.
Yes, you have. Diane is a bit camera shy, as you know. And I met Diane about 5 years ago and absolutely fell in love with her work. She designs every item. It's an original design. She dyes her yarns. She spins her yarns. She designs the sweaters. She does all of the buttons. All of those are original pieces of art, and they're just phenomenal. And when she puts them all together, it's just absolutely magical.
Fantastic.
I just don't know what else I can say except for that. Her work is incredible, and it's one of those things when you walk into a lot of fiber art shows, as you know, I've done for over 10 years. It's one of those booths that you have a really hard time leaving, and you are just awestruck by her work.
Thank you so much, Suzanne.
You're welcome.